It's a new year, and now is the best time to review your insurance policies. With a helpful customer service team here to serve you in Alabama and over in Mississippi for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, call the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha Insurance to create a customized plan to protect your family's home and autos. You can stop by his office at 3428 McFarland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or simply call 205 462 8192 or call the number on your screen right there. And remember, with Alpha Insurance, the more you protect it, the more you save. Reach out to the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha today for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. And there's one more thing I need to add there about Jeff Nee Agency. They are offering an open house, and you are invited a week from today. If you are here in the West Alabama area on February the 27th from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m., stop by and meet their team. Enjoy light refreshments and learn how they can help protect what matters most to you: your home, your life, your business, and your auto, plus many, many more. And with that, this, of course, is the Stingray Show. And today we had a little bit of a mix up here. We will discuss that here in just a little bit. But this is the fun Friday edition of the Stingray Show. And we are going to have some lighthearted content right here as we begin the weekend on the Stingray Show.
Hi, this is Tim Brando with a reminder. Look out, you're about to feel the buzz of Stingray.
This is Stephen Ray, aka Stingray, coming to you live from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I'm Heath Hopkins. I'm here in DeSoto County, Mississippi, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
You know, Mark, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you feel that responsibility to pay it forward and give some kid a chance coming up in the ranks, kind of like Tony did for you?
Why do you think I'm talking to Stingray tonight?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No, I mean, look, no.
Hey, Stingray, Here's the deal. When you get involved with Texas, it's like getting married to a stripper. and let me explain this. It looks good. It's kind of sexy on the surface. Yeah. But then you get the baggage, you get the drama, you get all that eventually comes with it. And that's what you get with Texas, and that's what the Big 12 learned.
And Heath, any thoughts on our show moving forward?
Hey, with the Stingray Show, if you don't like it, you better learn to love it, because it's the best show going today, baby. Woo!
And with that, we want to welcome you into the already chaotic, fun Friday edition of the Stingray Show. Heath, man, I tell you, you and I were here ready to go at 8 a.m. for our interview with Rohan Davey. And unfortunately, Rohan Davey, the former LSU quarterback, were having a little bit of internet issues on his end. He has another Zoom interview and he could not use his computer. He was trying to do it on his cell phone, so we scrapped the Rohan Davey interview for this morning, and hopefully we can bring that to you on Monday morning when Rohan has his computer and maybe a better connection without his phone.
Yeah, is what it is. I thought we would be done by now. We're just now starting. Our fried bologna Friday is more fried than bologna.
Yes.
And that says something about this show.
Hey, Heath, that's the reason I've got the LSU and the LSU, because I thought we were doing Rohan, but hey, we can do it on Monday, hopefully.
Hopefully. So, but yeah,
he was a fun interview the last time we had him on.
Yeah, he was doing some smoking our last interview, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, with a cigar. Nothing illegal, just a cigar. I have to clarify that.
Steven went Cheech and Chong right off the bat there. We see where Steven's mind is at here on Fried Bologna Friday.
All right.
Steven's ready to burn one down this weekend.
Yep. Heath, let's go back briefly to Wednesday. You had to get out of here to take your daughter to Mississippi State, and we left out one of the major events that happened on that day, which would have been the 18th of February, and it completely changed the entire sport and required them to add seat belts in the cars. February the 18th, which was Wednesday of this week, we lost the legend of Dale Earnhardt.
Oh wow! I didn't know that, Steven. That's been a while too. But,
yes, back in 2001, I believe.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Wow.
And so that was the anniversary of Dale Earnhardt's crash, and that required seat belts to be put as a mandatory thing in all of the NASCARs.
Yeah, and Steven, we're not going to have a somber show. I do want to touch on the passing of Wes Rutger.
Yes.
Wes joined us here on the Stingray show before. Wes covered the Volunteers. He was in a tragic accident on I-40 there in Knoxville. And don't know all the details, just what I read this morning. He came to a stop, a very large pickup truck. It sounded like a pickup truck that was kind of lifted. Probably had some big tires on it. Came up on his car and kind of ran over his car on the interstate. And Wes didn't make it. And it's terrible to hear about. Right. So, again, you don't know how much time you have on this earth. Our time could be today. Our time could be the next minute. We don't know when our time comes.
Yes.
Tell your loved ones that you love them. Hold them, love them, squeeze them. Tell them that you love them. That thing that you've been thinking about doing, or that trip that you might want to do with your parents, or you might want to go back and visit a place that you went. Maybe it was a place that you went camping as a kid, or that one road trip you took out to somewhere out west, or whatever it might be. Do it, and do it sooner than later. Because you just don't know what we're promised, when we're promised, and we never know our last day, our last heartbeat. So with that, love your people. Love them hard. Tell them that you love them. And I heard this the other day, Steven, and it made perfect sense. And I wish I could remember who said it because I'd give them props. Don't wait till you get cancer. Don't wait until you get hit by a bus and you're on your deathbed. Don't wait to say the things that you want to say.
Yeah.
Tell the people that are around you every day that you love them. Don't wait. There's no reason to wait. There's absolutely zero reason to wait to tell people things.
Yes.
That one boss that you really like, that one teacher that changed your life, that one whatever. Go out and tell them now. Don't wait. Especially when it's too late. Don't wait. Go and tell them. I tell you, people love to hear that stuff all the time. So if there's a teacher out there that you would like to reconnect with, hunt them down. That's what Facebook is for. If there is a boss that gave you a shot and you're doing well in your field and you're just thinking back on that, go tell them thank you. And they'd probably love to hear about your success now.
Yeah.
If it's a friend that you grew up with and you haven't seen since childhood and you miss them, go tell them. If it's a family member that you've got a riff with and strife and it's stupid, go tell them.
Right.
Life's too short.
Yes.
Love your people.
Heath, thank you for saying that. And let's go ahead and pick up the energy on the Stingray show this morning, because we started off with a very somber note. Yesterday, we had a former Ole Miss player on the show. we were not able to do the National Day of Today. I'm going to run through one of those yesterday, which was February the 19th, and this is my personal favorite. Yesterday's National Day of Today was National Chocolate Mint Day.
Nothing wrong with that. I always love when you go to Olive Garden, they do the chocolate mints, and I will not lie. The waiters and waitresses, the servers, whatever you want to call them, whatever PC word we're using these days, because I'm not going to use it because I'm from Gen X and we use what it's called. But the folks that serve you food, when they put the after dinner mints, the chocolate mints, in the refrigerator,
Mm-hmm.
and they bring them to you and they're cold, I usually tip you a couple extra bucks just because of that.
Right.
If you're taking that much thought and doing it, I'm definitely throwing out a couple extra dollars for that.
All right. Are you ready to get to the national days today?
No, not really. Let's just wrap it up and go home. What do you got today, Stephen?
February the 20th, it is National Leadership Day.
All right. Stephen, who's someone that you have worked with, worked for, been around, served with, volunteered with, whatever? Who's a leader that you really just think of and they're like, man, I just enjoyed it. It could have been big or small. It could have been something as a child. It could have been something last week. What's a leader that comes to mind when I say that?
My mother.
Okay.
Without a
Wow.
doubt.
Well, nothing wrong with that with Miss Lena. Wonderful.
Hell bent and determined. That's her motto.
I like it. I like it.
That's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say.
There was one guy. I could sit here and talk about leaders and leadership all day, but there was one guy served at our church. His name was Ralph Thomason, and he has been a family friend to my parents for decades. They go out and eat and things all the time, but his leadership, always had a smile on his face, stern, fun. Usually when you say stern and fun, they don't go together. But he was.
Right.
And the only thing I didn't like about Mr. Ralph is he had this no denim policy. He wouldn't let you wear jeans. And we thought that was the craziest thing. And but yeah, he was just a phenomenal guy, a fun guy, a very talented guy. Loves music, but yeah, I think of him. So hey, if there's somebody out there that was a great leader, reach out to them this weekend and tell them thank you, no matter who it might have been.
All right, Heath, it is also National Comfy Day.
National what?
Comfy, like get comfy on a couch.
Oh, okay. And Stephen, what do you do to get comfy?
Watch TV, man, or play my PS5.
Well, is there anything physical that you do to get comfy?
Go for a walk.
Okay. I at night I like to take off my shoes and socks, rub them on the carpet or rub them on the sheets. If I'm laying down in the bed, rub them on the sheets of the bed.
Right.
That's how I like to get comfy.
Heath, going back to food. Now, this is one that I am not a fan of, but a lot of people are. Today is National Muffin Day.
And Stephen, your favorite muffin is?
If I have to get one, it's probably going to be an everything. Because I just love that seasoning. The seasoning of everything, I love it.
So no lemon poppy seed, no.
I like poppy seed okay. But, you have to watch poppy seeds because of the drug testing. If you have any drug testing that you have to do, it can really screw with that. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that too much. One of the very first stories I had to cover I was still in college, but there was a track athlete at Mississippi State and went to City Bagel all the time, which was a place that I hit up all the time. and was ordering poppy seed muffins every day, and it showed up as opium on her drug test.
Oh,
And she
that's
had
not
to
good.
fight it. She had to show receipts. But thank goodness, this was the saving grace for her. She kept all of her receipts, and on the receipts, it would say poppy seed muffin.
Right.
And so she saved all of her receipts, and so she had to send that off. I think she had to fax it off to the NCAA. I can't remember if the NCAA office was in Kansas City or if it had moved to Indianapolis at the time.
Hmm.
But I was just blown away. But if she did not save her those receipts, or if the receipts didn't say what it was,
Hmm.
she was screwed.
Yeah. Blueberry
Thank you.
muffin coming from John Stringer out of Maine.
All right. I'm a big blueberry muffin. I love blueberry muffins.
Yes.
Massive, massive fan of blueberry muffins.
All right, Heath. It is also National Cherry Pie Day.
I like cherry pie. I don't love cherry pie. I'm not against cherry pie. If it's your favorite, God bless you. But you know what I do like, Stephen? And they don't do it anymore. And that's what upsets me. The fried cherry pies at McDonald's.
Yes.
I used to love them. Now they make them like, I think sometimes they have like strawberry and cream cheese or something now. But I was like, what happened to the cherry pie where you bite into it and you're just like drinking hot lava and you talk like a dragon and lost all your taste buds for like 2 weeks.
Right.
I don't like my cherry pies that hot, but I used to love me some cherry pie. Loved it.
All right, and Heath, wrapping up the food talk of today. Today, oddly enough, is National Tartar Sauce Day.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of tartar sauce. I don't hate it,
Right.
but I'll have some of it, but I rather like put different stuff on my fish.
Hmm.
Whether that be ketchup or Heinz 57 or soy or so. Sometimes I'll use the tartar sauce, but that's not my go-to. I've never sitting around craving like, man, I wish I had some tartar sauce and some fish. That's not me. What
Right.
about you? Are you a tartar sauce guy?
I love it, man. I love it. I am not a cocktail sauce person.
See, I like cocktail sauce.
But see, I don't like anything with tomatoes. Ugh.
You don't like pizza?
When I go to build your own at Blaze Pizza, I do the pesto sauce as my base.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Learning all kinds of things about Steven today.
Yeah, I'm just not a tomato guy. No. I don't even like that ketchup that much.
See, I love ketchup. I'll put ketchup on anything.
Now we'll tell
Anything
you
and
what was good. I tell you what was good though back in the day, the green ketchup. Now that was cool.
Hey, have you ever tried Country Bob's?
No.
All right, Steven, this weekend, go get you some Country Bob's, okay?
Hmm.
And take something random like hot dogs, like Country Bob's. Cut up the hot dog, cook your hot dogs, cut them up, put them in a bowl, put a little Country Bob's in there. Country Bob's makes hot dogs taste like a delicacy.
Right.
Like Country Bob's is awesome. You can put Country Bob's on anything. Country Bob's is amazing. I did not know one thing about Country Bob's. I get married to my wife. Like I didn't even know this when we were dating.
Hmm.
And she asked for country. I was like, what in the world? And what in the West Tennessee? Guess where she's from? Like, what in the West Tennessee is Country Bob's? What are you talking about? And she literally got some hot dogs, warmed them up in the microwave, cut
Right.
them up, put it in a bowl, and I was like, oh my dear Lord. I was like,
Yep.
this is great. But yeah, steakhouses have it, this and that, but you can buy it at any grocery store. You can buy it at Walmart, you can buy it anywhere. Country Bob's is the bomb. It is
I'll bet.
so good. Steak, fish, chicken, doesn't matter. Hot dogs, whatever. Country Bob's is where it's at.
Heath, Let's go to the national birthdays of today. And it is the birthday of one professional basketball player who was born in Alabama, who played for the Auburn Tigers, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Phoenix Suns, and the Houston Rockets, earning 11 NBA All-Star appearances and an MVP award in 1993. He is 62 years old today, Sir Charles Barkley.
Man, he had so many great names. The round mound of rebound, the bread truck. Yeah, Charles Barkley, man.
Yeah.
Loved Charles Barkley. When I was a kid growing up, everybody liked Michael Jordan. Or let me rephrase that. Everyone loved Michael Jordan. I liked Michael Jordan. I didn't despise Michael Jordan. I kind of got tired of him because everybody was like, Michael's the best. Like, yeah, we know he's the best.
Right.
But I loved me some Charles Barkley. I loved me some Larry Bird. And yeah, Charles Barkley can make anything funny. But here's the crazy thing about Charles Barkley, Stephen. He is so intelligent.
Yes.
And he is so crazy intelligent. I read one of his books. The title of his book was "I Might Be Wrong, but I Doubt It." And
That's funny.
Man, Charles is just amazing in that book. And I think Michael Wilbon and him put that book together. But Charles is just wonderful. And excuse, hit that mute button. I don't know where this yawn's coming from, but I can talk about Charles Barkley all day. But one thing that I do remember from that book is he said, it was talking back to the end. This was like early 2000s, that whole Catholic Church thing and the pedophile children thing was going on, and it was getting ugly. And Charles said in his book, and I never forgot this, and I brought this out at a meeting years ago when I was serving on a youth sports board. But Charles said, we are the adults. The adults' job is to look after children and to protect them because they can't protect themselves.
Right.
They can't speak for themselves. The adults sometimes have to. And he goes, and some people are wanting to take up for the priest and they want to take up for that and this and that. He goes, absolutely not. We have to protect children. That is all of our responsibilities, is to make sure, even if it's not our own child, we have to protect children and make sure we give them a better life than what we had.
Right.
It doesn't mean you have to give all your money to children. It doesn't mean you have to do this and that, but it does mean you have to look out after the next generation because they can't look out for themselves yet.
Yes.
And so, when I was serving on a board, there was a situation, there was a parent and a coach, an assistant coach, and there were conflicting stories and this and that, and everybody was wanting to side with either the parent or the coach. And I was the one that sat up in the meeting and said, I'm like, our job is to protect the child. And y'all are just picking sides of who you want to take and argue over. Let's go and protect the child first. And let's see what we can do for the child instead of picking sides here.
Right.
That was not welcome by some ears, and I was okay with that because you got to protect the people that cannot protect themselves, and that's always children. And you've got to give back, man. You've got to give back.
Heath, it is also the birthday of a person who died in 1994. He is a rock and roll Hall of Fame singer, songwriter, and guitarist, and his group helped become known the grunge band era out of Seattle, Kurt Cobain. It is his birthday today.
Yeah, I remember when all that went down. I was a senior in high school, man. Stephen, they just opened up the case again, and they're thinking it was not a suicide. People have been screaming it was not a suicide, that he was murdered. And, excuse me. Just this past week, I heard on the radio that they're opening up the case again. Stephen, it's been, oh gosh, 32 years.
Since 94 when he
Yeah.
died.
It's been 32 years, and they're just now going to listen to everybody who was screaming, who knew him, who was close to him, that he would never have killed himself.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just shocking.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kurt Cobain, man, although he was famous and died famous and this and that, he really had a crappy life, man. He had a lot of bad breaks, and he surpassed all of that.
Yes.
And sadly, he's no longer with us. And I hope I don't know if he killed himself or if he didn't, but I hope there's justice and peace when all this is done.
Finally. So, Heath, another music legend that gets the birthday today. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2017. He is a guitarist and founder of his own band, and his songs are known for, and this will give it away, Freeze Frame, Must Have Got Lost, and Centerfold.
Oh, Jay Giles.
Yes, sir.
Jay Giles
So
dead.
today is the birthday of Jay Giles.
Was I talking to you about this on the show, or was it somebody else about the video Centerfold by the Jay Giles Band?
On the show.
Yeah. Like, I look back, like, I put on MTV Classic all the time. MTV Classic is still on. MTV is still not dead.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, MTV dead. They took it off air. No, they took it off. And a lot. And I can't even say it, Stephen. And it's not analog.
Analog.
Is it analog TV? Yeah, it is analog TV. Thank you. They took it off analog TV.
Yeah.
It's still streaming. So if you have like regular old cable and not a streaming service, it would be hard for you to get MTV. If you had the old big satellite dish that stuck out in front of your yard, you can't get it. You can still get it streaming. So, and I still watch MTV Classics almost daily. I put it on when I'm folding clothes or cleaning or doing some paperwork or whatever. But yeah, that Centerfold video.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, it's definitely PG-13, man.
Yes.
It's flirting with rated R. But
Yeah.
Steven, imagine this. Imagine that the 80s was a different time.
Yeah.
But they got all these models in New York, and they brought them into a school building at night. They did the video in classrooms and in the hallway and this and that by the lockers and this and that. But it was trying to show, and I don't think these girls, I think all these girls were models. They were above age, not underage. They were of age. But they were dressed up like schoolgirls, and then they're like dancing around in their bras and panties in classrooms with their books and stuff and going to their lockers and as the band's playing. Can you imagine if like Jelly Roll or somebody did a video like that today? People would have a come apart.
Yes.
Like, are we encouraging high school kids? Like, no, we're not encouraging anything. It's poor decision.
We're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of crazy. But yeah, the Centerfold video, you can't show it in Sunday school or Vacation Bible School. I can tell you that.
All right, Heath. National history of today. Can you tell me what act was signed into law in 1792 by our first president, George Washington?
Is this like a crazy blue law, like you can't spit on the sidewalk or you can't throw a snake from a moving train or something like that?
Nope.
All right, what is it?
It's pretty big.
You got to stop at four-way stops. I have no idea.
The Postal Service Act, establishing the U.S. Post Office.
Wow. And I wonder how stressful that job was back then.
No clue.
You know, because in the 80s and 90s, we came up with the term, you know, oh, they're going postal over there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're losing their mind. They're going crazy. But, wow. You know, back then, you know, well, I guess you didn't have the stress of trying to get a letter in the mail in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? You could mail something from here to there and it would take 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
We can even get that now with our postal service.
I know.
You mail me stuff with the show and things. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks.
I know.
And you live in Tuscaloosa.
It's
I live in
ridiculous.
Mississippi. Is that like but we're what, 3 hours apart, 3.5 hours apart?
Yep.
And it's taken a week? I mean, back in the day, we could get that in 2 to 3 days. But yeah, it's insane, man.
Yeah.
All right, Stephen, we don't pile on and we don't make fun, but how is your postal service in Tuscaloosa?
Shit. I'm just going to say it.
And now we went PG.
Say it. It's awful. It is awful.
Stephen took us PG real quick. You know what, Stephen? Ours is pretty close to what you said here in town. So, but they're very nice.
I'm sorry, man. I just had to say it. I'm sorry. All right.
Jeez Louise.
All right. Now, this one is controversial as well. The Supreme Court ruled in 1809 that the federal government had more power than any state.
Why do we call ourselves the United States of America?
Right. Yep. So in 1809, the Supreme Court ruled that the federal government has more power than any state.
I see both sides of that coin.
Yeah.
I do see both sides. I mean, that's a different topic for a different show. That's a whole different genre of a show. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that one. But I will say I do see both sides of the coin. And to comment on your 4-letter word when we were talking about the post office, I think it's because you're wearing an LSU shirt. Those words just kind of flow from your mouth quicker when you wear purple and gold.
Yeah. All right. Heath, can you tell me what comic strip is printed for the first time in newspapers on this day in 44? So 1944.
I'm going to say it's not Family Circus. I'm going to say it's not Beetle Bailey.
Superhero.
Oh, well, we had Superman around World War II, but I'm going to say it's before Superman because we had Superman shows like back in, well, that was the 40s. But I'm going to say we had Superman around World War I. It's not Batman. We've had Batman before.
Yes, it is.
It is Batman. Batman was 44?
Batman and Robin comic strip is printed for the very first time in newspapers.
Wow. Now, printed in newspapers, but the comic, I think, is a little bit older.
Right.
Maybe. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's a little bit of a trick question, but I liked it.
Comic strip is printed for the first time in newspapers.
Wow. Stephen, do you have a favorite Batman?
No.
Like as far as the actors?
No. I'm not a Batman fan.
You're not a Batman fan?
I agree. I completely agree with Gabriel Iglesias because he went on a rant a few of his stand-up comedy things before, and he said that Batman is the creepiest superhero out there.
Why?
And he compared him to a Mexican gang member because he only comes out at night and he has a creepy voice.
Okay.
Dude, you have to see that. You have to see why Gabriel Iglesias thinks that Batman is the creepiest superhero. You will crack up.
I know we don't have Vines anymore. I'm sure they're still on social media. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. And I don't know what's going on with this yawning, Stephen. It's driving me crazy. I haven't had anything to eat today. So maybe that's it.
It's the weekend, man.
Man, I don't know. I actually went to bed a little bit early last night. I didn't get a full night's sleep. I woke up early this morning because I had a lot to do. But good Lord. But I was going somewhere with Batman on this. On social media there was and Vines and things like that. Bat Dad. Did you ever see Bat Dad?
No.
Oh my gosh, he was so funny. it was this dad, and he would put on this Batman mask, and he would like tell his kids and his wife things in a Batman voice. And it'd be like, "It's time to wash your hands for dinner." You're like, "What?" It was like, "Stop hitting your sister. Take the dog out."
Wow.
And you're like, "What in the world?" But it was hilarious. His wife would be so sick of it, but he would like randomly be like driving down the interstate on a family vacation, and he would put it on, and he was, like, "Why are you sleeping over there? There's terror all around us." And,
Right.
yeah, it was just funny. But the clips were always small and short, and they were super funny. And the kids would make fun of him. The wife would make fun of him. And she's like, "I'm going to the store. I need a new utility belt." She's like, "Stop. I need a utility belt now with boomerangs." You're like, "Well, what?" But yeah, Bat Dad he was the greatest, man.
Now, Heath, here is a trivia question for you. And if you get it right, I'm going to pop the car up on the screen. Can you tell me what new luxury two-seater car Ford unveiled on this day in 1954? And it was to compete with the Chevrolet Corvette.
When you said two-seater, the first thing that came to mind was Corvette, but I knew that was a Chevrolet. So Thunderbird comes to mind. I don't think it was a Thunderbird. There you go.
Now, they looked at and sold it based off of its personal luxury car, a niche that they created that felt the market for sports cars was too small, and by 1955, Ford sold 16,000 units compared to Chevrolet's 700 for the Corvette.
Wow. I pull that picture up one more time.
So there, of course, is your 1955 T-Bird Thunderbird.
Look at that windshield. Look
Yep.
how the curve of that windshield. I don't know what windshields cost back in the day, but I can guarantee you that was one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive windshields
Mm-hmm.
to get replaced. But man, that's a beautiful car. Look at the white walls on that dude.
I know.
That is beautiful. Steven, you can't go too far on a road trip in a car like that. So if you're taking a day trip somewhere in your T-Bird, I don't have a T-Bird either, but let's pretend we both have T-Birds. Where are you going for the day in your T-Bird? If you had to go somewhere this weekend in your T-Bird, where are you going?
Somewhere old-timey that takes you back in time, like maybe to a retro 50s diner.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, why not? I mean, you're in a 55 Thunderbird. Why not even take it even further and go back to a diner that has, jukeboxes right there on the tables with you and a malt shop and all that stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, Heath, can you tell me which major outfielder becomes the highest paid Major League Baseball player for the San Francisco Giants on this day in 1963? And his contract was $100,000.
That will probably be the Say Hey Kid himself.
Willie Mays.
Yep, the Say Hey Kid. There you go.
All right,
So,
now
a lot of
Heath,
people still claim that Willie Mays is the greatest baseball player that's ever played the game.
Yeah.
I won't argue it. That's such a hard thing to compare.
yes,
But I do know this: Willie Mays is one of the best ever,
Yeah.
if not the best. So yeah.
now Heath, with the entire scare of nuclear war and nuclear warheads around this time, can you only imagine the sheer panic of what happened on this day in 1971? The United States actually accidentally set off an emergency nuclear attack warning broadcasted on TV and radio when their nationally emergency warning system sent out the warning. For the next 40 minutes, regularly scheduled programming was put on hold while listeners waited to hear on an announcement from the White House. After the operators realized their mistake, they tried to cancel the alert. However, they were unable to find the correct cancellation code word, impeach, which the stations ignored the cancellation.
Insane.
Dude,
I remember.
somebody got fired on that day for sure.
Oh man. I remember back during the Obama administration, and feel free to Google this. It'll pop up. Someone accidentally sent out an emergency text saying that there were missiles or nuclear warheads or something heading toward Hawaii.
I remember that.
And I remember sitting there like, we're under attack? And then just minutes later, I remember I was either out in the car or I was out in the neighborhood walking, or I can't remember, but I remember I wasn't home and I couldn't get home in front of a TV. And I remember sitting there, and before I got home, they were like, sorry, wrong button.
Right.
Forget about that. But wow, 40 minutes.
Dude, and especially with all the nuclear warhead talk of the 70s, I can only imagine the sheer panic of people back in that time.
Yeah. That's, wow.
All right.
Ooh,
Hey,
Steven, I got to stop yawning, man. That is driving me crazy now. I got to get my finger on the button here. Let me go and get it. Okay.
Dude, it's not bothering me. It's not bothering anybody. Just let it
bothering me,
come
brother.
naturally, man. Come on. All right. Now, Heath, we are going to the deaths on this day. And my mother used to, and still does, loved, I'm talking about absolutely adored this show because of this guy and, of course, the woman that played his wife. We lost on this day in 1992 Dick York, who was the American actor known as the first Darren in Bewitched. Now, unfortunately, he had suffered a back injury while filming the movie They Come to the Cordra in 1959, which led to prolonged back pain. He got addicted to painkillers, and that ultimately cost him his role as Darren on Bewitched.
Wow.
That is sad.
Yeah, I remember the two Darrens of Bewitched, and I just thought there was conflict or something. I didn't know it was because of painkillers.
Yeah,
I just learned that
that's
today.
what ultimately cost him his job there as Darren after he got a back injury and had addiction to painkillers after filming that movie in 1959.
Steven, my first job in media, I was a master control operator, and that's a fancy way of saying I had to put in the commercials and make sure the sound was there and this and that, and I had to learn how to run master control. And we had 3 shows that we would show every day. It was Clueless, the TV show, not the movie.
Right.
Benson, and Bewitched.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why do we have these 3 shows? Like, you think Clueless that you would have like a teenager audience.
Yeah.
And then you went from that to Benson, which was an 80s family show.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went to Bewitched, which was like a 70s show for hippies, hippie parents.
Right.
And I'm like, what are we doing with these 3 things? But
are you a fan of Bewitched?
Yeah, I remember watching a lot of those old episodes just because I had to put the commercials in for them.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you like the Will Ferrell movie that they did, Bewitched?
It
Because
was okay.
there
It
was
was
a
okay.
lot
I
of
didn't hate on
people.
it.
There was a lot of people that did not like what the original fans of Bewitched did not like the movie.
Stephen, what movie did they just completely butcher from a TV show? Like, what movie do you remember from? Like, I was a big fan of The Fall Guy. I saw the movie. The movie was okay. I wasn't a fan of it. There was no Howie in the movie, which that bothered me.
Right.
But I was kind of like, I was like, man. But there's one that really made me mad, and I was like, man, you just ruined this. This is nothing like the show.
I can't think of one.
You can't think of the Lone Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
When Disney did the Lone Ranger, the movie, I was so upset. Like, they just ruined that
Right.
completely. I was very upset with that one. And I was like, man, you never again. Never again I'm gonna trust you with anything. I hate it when they redo shows that I liked when I was a kid. Like, I loved Magnum PI with Tom Selleck. I tried to watch that new Magnum. I made it like maybe an episode and a fourth, and I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I can't get behind this. You can't make
Right.
Higgins a girl. Like, I'm
Now, Heath, let's flip it. Which movie that they made into a TV series do you not like? Because I've got one.
oh, that's a good one. I remember they did one for Animal House. I never saw it, but I can tell you I wouldn't have liked it. There was a Ghostbusters cartoon as a kid. I didn't care for that. I'm trying to think of a show though that I actually saw.
You mean tell you mine?
Probably Teen Wolf. Like, they try to make Teen Wolf a show, and I'm like, stop, just stop. What about you?
All right. In the mid 90s, after the success of the first two Tremors movies, the first Tremors and then the Tremors Aftershock, they did a 10 episode series on the Sci Fi Network called Tremors. And the only recurring star from the movie was Burt Gummer. That was the absolute worst TV show, and I would argue that's what led to the demise of the franchise moving forward, because they tried to make it from a movie to a TV show, because
Yeah.
after it went to a TV show and the popularity dropped, none of the other films made it back to theater. They were straight to VHS release only.
You know, I remember when, because there's a difference of like trying to redo it completely, like they did with Magnum PI.
Yeah.
There was like nobody from the original cast. They kept some of the character names and things, but they were completely different. And everyone tries to PC it up, like, oh, we got to have a woman, and we got to have a gay guy, and we got to have this person, and this
Yeah.
guy has to be black, and this guy can't be white, and we have to put in the, like, stop, just stop. You know, why do we have to do all that? But when they redid Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
but they used some of the original characters. They
Yep.
brought back Patrick Duffy's character
Yes.
Bobby. You know, they brought back JR.
Yep.
You know, it made it good. I watched that. And then
Mhm.
JR passed. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. This is the only reason I watch the show, because of JR.
Right.
You know, so yeah. But man, I tell you, it's crazy to see Hollywood just kind of butcher things. Like I was so upset at how Indiana Jones ended with the Crystal Skull. Or not
Mhm.
Crystal Skull, whatever the last one when he time traveled. And I was like, "Are you serious? Stop!" Like, Crystal Skull was not a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, "We're time traveling now. Like, what are we doing? This is Indiana Jones. Like, you might as well just put Doc Brown and Marty McFly. Indiana, get in. Come with us if you want to live." Well, that's heavy, Indiana. I mean, like, stop. I would have had more respect if they'd have done that than what they did in the last movie. Like I was like, this is stupid.
All right, and Heath, we will finish up the Stingray show on a guy who died on this day in 2006. He was born in 1919. He is an American Hall of Fame sports announcer who is known for the American Sportsman, which was a TV show. He was the host.
What year was it?
He died in 2006. He was born in 1919. And he is a really good friend and former mentor of one Tim Brando.
I remember Tim talking about this, but I can't remember who it was. I know it's not Bill Dance because Bill's still with us. I know it's not Jimmy Houston. He's still with us. Who was it?
The voice of the Red Sox.
That's not Red Auerbach. Who?
Kurt Gowdy.
Yes.
Today, we lost Kurt Gowdy on this day in 2006.
Wow. Sad. Sad. You know, it's the circle of life, Simba. We all got to go sometime. We're all going to die sometime. We are. Men, make sure you get that life insurance in place. Women, if the life insurance ain't in place, bug your man about it until it is. Try to take care of your family.
Yes.
But it's sad, Stephen. It really is just completely sad of where we are and what's going on. But yeah.
So Heath, what are you up to this weekend?
Man, Stephen, I got a bunch of phone calls. I got to go through some applications and things for some renters. So I got a rental property that's open. I got to do that. I'm having a bad time with renters here recently, but that's another story too for another show. But times are tough out there for people, and I get it and I understand. I do. But I got to go through that. I got to go to a birthday party this afternoon with my son, my 7-year-old son. One of his buddies he plays with, one of the neighbors, they're having a birthday. So I got to go to Jet's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow is the rodeo. I haven't told my wife yet, but the rodeo's in town. I want to take her, but we got so much going on. And Sunday, I got the daddy-daughter dance because we were going to have it before Valentine's, but thanks to the snow and ice that stayed here for over a month, we didn't get to have it. And so now I got to go to the daddy-daughter dance Sunday evening, which I'm okay with because usually we kind of had to miss some kind of fun sporting event or something of the sort. But I know there's some great college baseball this weekend. I will probably have it on when I'm doing paperwork. But brother, I'm not going to be at home much this weekend. I'm going to be on the go nonstop. I got softball practice tomorrow with one of my teams. Be the first time we get on a field, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, there's just a lot of fun stuff. The weather's warming up, man. The fun stuff's coming.
Yes. Heath, I'm actually going to a concert tonight that I've really been looking forward to for over a year.
And what concert?
I'm going to the Alabama Theater tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. Clint Black.
All right. I've seen Clint Black in concert.
Yep. I'm going to see Clint Black tonight. I've got front row tickets. Show starts at 7. He has a starting act before him, and then I looked at his set list for this tour that he's on. He does 24 songs.
Oh wow, good deal. I know I got to get a haircut before I go to the daddy-daughter dance.
Yes.
I gotta get this mushroom thing going on. I kind of want to get rid of that.
Right. So yeah, that's going to be my weekend as heading up to Birmingham later today to see Clint Black. Back on the Blacktop is the name of the tour that he is on, and I'll be up there for that. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think I saw the Nothing But the Taillights tour.
Hmm.
I want to
That's
say
a
it's
great
probably like
song.
1998,
Hmm.
maybe. It's been a while, man. It's been a long while. But yeah, Clint Black. I hadn't heard that name in a long time.
Yep.
I know the Blue Man Group's in town, but I'm not going. Dude, they wanted like $200 something a ticket. Yeah, I know. I'm like, how can anyone take their like? I thought all the little kids would enjoy this. I'll take them to see it. Like, nope, I ain't taking y'all to see $200 something. Like, man, we got to spend $1,000 just to go watch Blue Man Group, and I don't even know if they're gonna play a song that I like. I don't want to be that guy sitting at the balcony. Play some Skittered, man. Freebird.
Heath, you know how much the tickets were for Clint Black?
Was it stupid?
$40 or $80.
That's worth it, man.
You ain't kidding. You're not kidding.
40. The rodeo this weekend's like $20, man. I was
Mhm.
shocked when I heard that. I was like,
Yep.
"Are you serious? Like, I can take the whole family for $20."
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, we gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be nonstop this weekend at my place. Like, I'm just gonna be going. I'll get more rest during the week than I will this weekend. That's sad to say. That's what kind of
All
weekend
right,
I'm gonna have this weekend.
dude, we'll go have fun doing it. Go make memories. And we will see you guys on the Monday edition of the Stingray Show when hopefully we will have Rohan Davey join us with better connection because, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, we tried to have him on this morning and his internet connection was not good because he was using his cell phone. He said he would use his computer when we do it on Monday. So Monday morning, hopefully, Rohan Davey, the former Jamaican American LSU quarterback, will be joining us right here on the Stingray Show to talk about his career at LSU and then winning 2 Super Bowl rings, backing up Tom Brady with the Patriots.
Steven, we had Sarah reach out. We
Yeah.
had John reach out. We had Kay reach out during the show. Want to wish all of them a great and wonderful weekend.
Yes.
And someone have some relaxing time for me. I'm going to have fun this weekend. It's just going to be go, 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 go all weekend. So,
And I went to school with Sarah Reed.
well, there
She
you go.
was a little bit older than me, but we went to school together. So there you go.
All right. Well,
You
Steven,
guys,
have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch up with Rohan on Monday, hopefully.
yes.
And if not, we'll just have more fun with each other.
And Heath, I'm sorry that we started late. We were supposed to start at 8. He didn't get here till 8:30. Then we couldn't do it. So, I mean, everything just kind of rolled and spiraled and, as they say, snowballed.
Yep, it is what it is, and so be it.
Hey, Heath, we put this show together with dental floss and duct tape, but that's why everybody loves it.
Our show wouldn't survive without duct tape and dental floss. So,
all right, man. Well, y'all be good. Y'all be really safe this weekend. And remember, with the Stingray Show, if you don't like it, what, Heath?
you better learn to love it. And hey, some great SEC baseball all weekend long. A lot of the SEC teams are playing in these great fun tournaments. I think LSU's in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I think Mississippi State's in Dallas. Or Houston, I can't remember. It's somewhere in Texas. They're at one of the major league ballparks. I think they're there, the one in Arlington outside of Dallas. But some phenom matchups this weekend in college baseball, some massive college baseball matchups. So there'll be a lot of fun things to talk about. And I want to say some games start at 11 o'clock here in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want some SEC college baseball, you only have to wait just a very short bit, and that will start.
Heath, have a great one. Stay safe and try to stay as well hydrated and stay rested this weekend because we don't need you coming down with any kind of sickness. And we will see you on the Monday edition of the Stingray Show.
And as
See
John
you
Wayne
later.
would say, I'll get enough sleep when I'm dead.
Death, man. Cannot leave the Stingray show on death. Come on.
Okay, it's Fried Bologna Friday, and I'm not going to be able to get it today, man.
Okay,
I
there
won't
we
be on
go.
that side of the county today,
All right.
where I usually go. So, yeah, so be it. Steve, what are you having for lunch?
Probably Chewy's at the Summit before I go to the Clint Black concert tonight, because
What in the
our
world is
Chewy's
Chewy?
here in Tuscaloosa closed up. So I'm gonna make a quick trip up to the Summit of Birmingham to go to Chewy's, and then ride on over to downtown Birmingham and go to see Clint Black.
We don't have Chewy's. What is Chewy's?
It's a Tex-Mex restaurant. It's a national
Mm.
chain. It's so good.
And what are you going to get at Chewy's?
Either the chile relleno, which is a stuffed poblano pepper, or I'm probably going to get the quesadilla.
Well, enjoy either or both.
Okay. All right, man. We y'all be good, and we will see you once again like we talked about on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. And Heath, I do have to bring this up briefly. It has been warm. It has been exciting. A taste of spring, but unfortunately we go back in the deep freeze when we start the new week next week.
And remember, when you're putting all your kids' stuff up after spring break, there's always one cold weekend in April.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
You need that jacket in April. You will.
All right. Have a good weekend, Heath. Stay well. See you Monday.
Be good, Stephen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Ferguson of South's Finest Meats, the official sponsor of the Stingray Show, has a message for you.
Everything we do here is fresh and custom made, custom to order. You know, I tell people when they come in, you know, if you don't see what you like, ask somebody. You know, we've got the capability to process it, make it. You know, if you want a different blend of hamburger meat, we'll do you a brisket blend. We'll do you a chuck blend. We'll do you a sirloin blend. You know, we do all that right here. We are a butcher shop. That's what we do. So please don't be afraid to ask if you don't see what you like. We can make you any size patty you want. We can make you any amount you want. You know, people call me and say, well, how many patties come in the box? Well, ma'am, how many would you like in a box? You know, you want 12, we'll put 12. You want 25, we'll put 25.
That's just one of the many things that South's Finest Meats has to offer, the official butcher shop of the Stingray Show. For over 100 years, the Bank of Moundville has been a name clients can trust. The Bank of Moundville is more than just a bank. They're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partners. Their unique approach to financial education has always centered around families. They believe that financially strong homes today lay the foundation for a brighter futures for tomorrow's generation. You can call them today at 205-371-2227. Once again, that is 371-2227 to schedule an appointment to build your financial security. The Bank of Moundville is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. It's a new year, and now is the best time to review your insurance policies. With a helpful customer service team here to serve you in Alabama and over in Mississippi. For all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, call the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha Insurance to create a customized plan to protect your family's home and autos. You can stop by his office at 3428 McFarland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or simply call 205-462-8192, or call the number on your screen right there. And remember, with Alpha Insurance, the more you protect it, the more you save. Reach out to the Jeff Nee Agency of Alpha today for all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs.